I say good morning again. Welcome to the Urban Plot. As usual, I remind you that we are still trying to get the Urban Plot up and running. And so we're still in the Polytunnel. So, again, for those who are watching, I hope that you enjoy. And don't forget to comment and subscribe. It's all about me and you guys trying to get things done. Preparing this polytunnel and preparing some veg ready to go up onto the urban plot whenever that is ready. Hoping and praying that'll be soon. So let's get down with it.
Yeah, I was saying I've bought this super grow today, and I bought 5 bags. My initial research was um, 25 litres for 25 litres for 3 for £10, and it worked out that when I work it in tonnage, where if they dropped a ton or they dropped 500 milliliters, 500 liters, or 750 liters, or like I said, a ton, then that amount will, when you calculate it, once you got the discounts in, you can buy the bags freely. You're not saving nothing. So really and truly, for what you pay for that, a lot of people think they're getting more, but just work out your literage and your discounts, and it just seems like, yeah, ideally you might as well just get them as you normally do. Get 5-10 packs. I was going to get 10 packs, but because they're 50 litres, I just got 4 of them today, and I got some half packs. I got half packs, which is really 3/4 a pack. These were work out to, I'll say £5 was the super grow for 5 litres, and £2.50 I got for the ones that got open, so which was more than half a pack anyway. So yeah, good deal at the moment, but you know they like to put prices up. So I've got this side to do. It has been dug up before. I can see some moss, so I'm not sure what moss, why really. Maybe the ground's not the perfect ground really, but I don't know. In here it does get quite moist, and it's a very clayey as well. That's the thing. But I'm hoping that because I put the manure on it, that it helps it get along. Okay, and just get them out. I guess it's all about to do with breathing. My whole idea now is what I'll do. Still getting a bit of grass, can just grow everywhere, can't it? Absolutely amazing. Is it hard work? Well, not really. When you start to get into it, if you class it as like exercise, then you know it's good for you. And the benefits at the end of it, it's still good for you. So that's sometimes the way to go. Even wood I find in here up to now. Don't know where that will come from, to tell the truth. One will say, where's your love of gardening come from? Well, it's amazing when you see things grow. The pleasure that you get from it is absolutely, you don't know until you actually do it, to tell the truth. So I'll dove that up in no time. You might see me raking, but I'm going to try and bring it down a bit so you can see a bit better what I'm doing, trying to get the grounds a bit level. I see a stone. You can make use of stones, so you pick them out, make use of them around about. They're good to keep things down. I can hear the wind. Got a piece of wood here that I can kind of find a level. At the moment, just getting some manure in. After I get this manure in, then I can rake it. I just got to get it from outside to inside. It's quite good manure actually. It's been there over a year now. Right, so I'll just get this all down. Really, you want to just get it in with the soil if you can. Another way is just to, well, I'm going to spread it first because that's where the boots come in. These boots are very handy. Get it raked in. Woo. Do everything else first. What we could do is just give it a little dig after. And that's my way of doing it. I'm not saying it's the right way, but you must mix it with the soil properly. £2.50 mixes. A bag, got to turn it. Now, when you lift this bag, it's just as heavy as the bag. What I did forget, I wanted to mix manure with this as well, so I wanted to get a good mixture with some manure. But let's say we plan that for next time. Wicks, you're going to see more often. £2.50, absolutely brilliant. And with that, you've got a nice bag as well. Look at that bag. It's a good quality bag. They're all coming useful. I wanted to see what seeds I've got as well. So I've got a lot to do before I start actually planting. Not in a rush again, but it's coming to the end. I do need to get stuff in. So when I come back next time, I'll put manure over this on the top because I'm absolutely knackered. Manure on the top of this, or should I just do it? Because I did plan. I'll say bye for now. See ya. Bye from this is not the urban plot, this is the Polytunnel which I had before the urban plot. But remember, that's going to be what we're going to do together. See you later.
Hi guys, from here just moved on straight onto the allotment regulations. So I've skipped from one video to the next. Okay, we'll continue.
Good morning, and how are you? Welcome back to the urban plot project. But as you know, we haven't yet cleared up the patches yet, so I just brought you back into the Polytunnel where for me it really all started. I did tell you that I'll give you a little bit of information regarding the actual lot itself, the allotments and their policies basically. They really say the tenancy of an allotment garden is personal to the tenant. Tenants may not assign or sublet or part possession of all the part of the allotment gardens. So, you know, it's basically about you. I'm not too sure if I did introduce myself properly. My nickname is Buzz, B-U-Z-Z. It's nice to meet you all out there. Hope you're all right and you're having a good day. And like I said, I'm just going straight into it as it's nice and warm in the Polytunnel, but outside it's again breezy and windy. So you'll hear noises, and that's just coming from the Polytunnel bouncing in backwards and forwards as per usual. Still up, that's the main thing. Second year running, wonderful. Hope you're all having a good day anyway. Hope you all are well out there, and again, welcome to the urban plot project. And as I said before, at the moment, just in a Polytunnel, going through a few things. Yeah, the allotment rules, there's quite a few rules, some not really related. Tenants must use allotment gardens for their own personal use and must not carry out any business here. Allotments gardens must be kept clean at all times. If the plot is left in a poor state or cultivation or requires the removal of materials, property or rubbish, then the vacating tenant may be required to reimburse the council. Yeah, as you know, all these allotments belong to the council. If the plot is left in the poor, allotment gardens must not be used to grow any crops for which compensation may be payable at the end of the tenancy. And the maximum 6 dwarf fruit trees are allowed per plot, which must be kept in good condition. No other trees may be planted. So you get up to 6, and tenants must leave a minimum gap of 2 to 6 between the rear of their plot and any adjoining boundary fence to allow access for maintenance. Tenants are not to cause damage of other tenants' property or crops. A tenant must not deposit any mortar in the hedges, ditches or brook courses situated within the site. A tenant is expected to compost all waste, plant material, etc. Hoses and bonfires. Hoses or sprinklers are not allowed except where required to fill water pots. In filling container, tenants must have consideration for others who wish to use water hose pipes. Where the water containers are more than 220 litres, that's 45 gallons, are used, they can only be used for water harvesting and must be filled by hose pipes, and no water container can be raised above 600 millimeters, 2 feet above ground level. Bonfires are permitted during the month of November for the burning of diseased plant materials. Fires must not be allowed to cause nuisance to neighbouring residents and under no circumstances should be left unattended. Tenants must not bring or use corrugated or sheeted iron, use any carpet underlaying on site, deposit rubbish, refuse or decaying matter, remove any mineral, gravel, sand, earth or clay from the site unless they have written permission to do that. And what else? Park a vehicle anywhere on site other than defined parking areas, which we've got parking areas assigned on this site. Tenants make sure any manure on site that there has been dug in or spread onto the allotment garden is covered. Tools and other personal equipment are kept safe and secure when not in use, and the councils accept no responsibility for the loss or damage of your goods. No toxic hazards and any pesticides. Dogs, animals, any dog brought onto the site must be kept on a lead at all times. Non-tenants, children, only the tenants, personnel authorised accompanied by tenants allowed on site. Access not permitted to any plot other than the let to the tenant. Paths provide tenants must be within the boundaries of their own allotment gardens. Sheds, no buildings, walls or permanent structures may be put on an allotment garden by tenants. Sheds, greenhouses or polytunnels must comply with the council specifications. No more than 25% of the plot should be assigned for the structures. Any shed, greenhouse or polytunnel erected on an allotment garden must be maintained in good state and repair condition in satisfactory, and association is not satisfied with the state of repair, it may order to the tenant to remove the structure. Tenant may have 1 shed, 1 greenhouse and 1 polytunnel. The maximum dimension of the shed or greenhouse are 10 by 8. In absence of other suitable structure, a lean-to structure exceeding 8 foot to 6 foot may be erected to harvest rainwater. A polytunnel may be erected within the prior permission to association and may not exceed 6 meters to 3 meters. Gotcha must be attached for harvesting water. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite a few important things there if you require allotment at any time. Council chalets, greenhouses and tool lockers. Where such structures are entered from the council, tenants must not move, demolish or alter the chalet or greenhouse, but must keep them in good repair at all times. In particular, must make good any defect or repair within 1 month of the council giving the tenant a notice specifying the repair required. Tenants are also responsible for the repair of tool lockers. In the 3rd year after the allotment garden is let to a tenant, and every 3rd year after, the tenant must apply a coat of wood preservative to the chalet or shed, I must say. Notice boards and advertisements. All tenants must clearly display the number of allotment garden and maintain it in good condition. That's interesting. All tenants must clearly display the number. I've got to get a number for our urban garden plot when we're up and running. As I said, just awaiting the digger to get in there and get out the rubbish and get myself a skip sorted out. But we are waiting. It's already been organised, just waiting on the person to be available now. Disputes. Any disputes are referred to accordance with the procedure displayed on the site. You got harassment, termination, and a change of address and interpretation if you wish it to be in obviously a different language. So that was the British City, the City Council's allotment rules and regulations. So I hope that was understanding, and I hope it's all good. And um, if you are interested, you know what procedures you have to follow. So it's not like you can have 3, 4 polytunnels or um, greenhouses, 4 or 5 greenhouses. You are limited to what you got. Okay, right.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching. It was quite just a bit of information that I had just sharing with you. And next time we'll be back here at the Polytunnel because I know that the urban plot will not be ready. So make sure that you're here to join me, and it would be basically getting on with it and getting everything prepped up for this urban plot. So don't forget to comment and subscribe as per usual, and enjoy your rest of your day. Bye for now.